Justin, how do you sum that one up?
I was disappointed with the first half, the way we defended. We just couldn't defend the turnover between the arcs. I was probably on the back of not being able to shift the ball. I think looked at halfway through the second quarter and it had 13 marks. So it was either we were trying to go through them with fast play or just kick it long down the line. So at half time, we spoke about taking a few more risks and trying to use the open side a little bit more, and I thought that got our energy going. And I thought Sean got on top in the ruck. The young fella playing his second game off a 6-day break probably got a little bit tired, and Sean got on top there, and that probably allowed our mids to get really proactive. And I thought our mids got to work and got us a bit of field position, and then game started flowing, and our forward line looked a lot more functional. They started winning contests. Sonny was probably dangerous all night, but I think our other forwards got involved and started looking really dangerous, and we just started playing with when we got a bit of a sniff, and we just got a heap of energy, and it felt like it was just weight of numbers. We were starting to shift in our favour, and I was really proud of the boys because 23 or 5, whatever it was, points down and away from home, copping what we've been copping. It could have easily gone the other way, but it was down on the bench, and the communication never wavered. They found a way.
Do you think that could be the second half to really spark your season and I guess get it back on track?
Oh well, I hope so. There's definitely a lot of positives we can take out of it, but I think time will tell. Like it doesn't just happen. It doesn't just keep rolling because you've had a good half of footy. We need to maintain the same edge and same intensity and same energy.
On Sunny, it's been a really tough week with the racism stuff. How proud are you of what he produced today? And it felt like he was almost keeping you in the game at times, wasn't he? If he wasn't kicking goals, he was setting them up.
Yeah. Not just proud of him today. Proud of what him and some of the Indigenous leaders have done across our game to bring this sort of stuff to life and to light. Sorry, and highlight it and try and stamp it out. I've said it during the week that they shouldn't have to put up with it, but So that stuff aside, I just loved the way he played. Like he played with great intensity. I could tell he was up for it in the warm-up with his voice and communication, and thought his contest really set the tone for us early, and like you said, he maximised his opportunities, and he brought a few along for the ride.
Looked like he was pointing to his skin on his left arm, really sort of powerful, I guess, anti-racism message there. Yeah,
well, that is, I didn't see that, but he's been a leader in this space. So that doesn't surprise me. He's done that. I just hope we can. Hopefully, we can get on top of it and stamp it out.
A few weeks ago, we saw Jamara really sort of use his footy to make a very strong statement about what he'd been through. Did you get a sense that tonight, Michael? You talk about how you've always been very proud of him, but he wanted to get out there and make a bit of a statement through his excellent play as well. Yeah, maybe. I'd have to have a chat to him to see whether he got any extra motivation out of that. No, I probably just that aside, I just probably looked at it that he's in really good form as well. He probably lowered his colours last week, but he's had a really good start to the year. He's really passionate and cares a lot about the club and wants to see it succeed, and I've seen those actions drive his football. Since he came back into the side, he's really lifted our energy. Since he's been in the side, then maybe he found a bit more extra motivation in the stuff that happened during the week, and he wanted to make a statement, and he sure did.
Do you think it's a bit of a sign of things to come from Luke Jackson tonight? He took a couple of really nice marks inside 50, and that goal to start the second half almost gave you a bit of a spark. Yeah,
well, both of his goals were important, and good goals. So we're going to have ups and downs with Luke. Like he's a young player finding his way. created a lot of opportunities for himself. And took some today. So he's going to continue to build and continue to evolve his role. Like we were a bit smaller today, obviously down forward. So we needed him forward a little bit more just to give us a contest. And he did that at the right time and managed to clunk a few and kick a few himself. So him and Sean were outstanding. So look to keep developing that and building it and evolving.
What was it like? I know you played a pre-season game here before, but what was it like playing a game for 4 points in a bit of a phone box with the dimensions and the crowd right on top of you?
Yeah, it was all right for me. I was coaching from the bench, so you could see everything a bit easier, smaller ground. I probably maybe it spooked us a little bit, not having the extra width early, and we didn't switch the ball and try and take it off the line. Once we settled into it, we started finding the gaps a little bit more, and there's still plenty of room out there, as Gold Coast found in the first half. Like they were able to chip the ball around, and I think they had at one stage it was 60 marks to 25 or something silly like that. So once we adjusted, thought we played some pretty good footy on it. It's good for Aishi. I don't think he's ever lost here. So
Really?
yeah, the streak continues apparently.
How was he after the match? Bit of a homecoming.
Yeah. No, he's put in a request for a few more home games, he said. Yeah. So I'm not sure he'll get that across the line, but his record's good here.
How's Switkowski's calf? Was it more precautionary, or is it has he pinged it?
Well, we'll have to have a look. It's lower calf, lower leg. So we'll get it scanned and see how we go. He just felt like he couldn't go. So cross our fingers and hopefully it's not too bad.
Was that the only injury concern from
Yep.
today?
Yep.
How did you assess, obviously, Will Brodie coming in? His first 5-10 minutes of that last quarter just seemed to really get your boys going and dominate the centre clearance.
Yeah. Oh, he had some really good moments in the third as well. I think he had a great contested ball where he took the tackle and got almost split in half at half forward and managed to show the composure to get his hands away. And I think it led to maybe Andy's goal. That was a big play. Yeah, he gave us something. Yeah, he dropped out of the front of centre bounce and got on the end of some good work inside. So, I mean, just because someone gets dropped doesn't mean they're not a big part of our plans. So he worked on the things he needed to work on last week. We decided to give Matty Johnson a go in the team. So, Will to sub. He got his go early. I thought Jono had some really important moments. Clearly the goal, I think, to put us in front was massive. And, he showed a fair bit of composure and gives us a little bit of flexibility as well.
I know, you said it depends on what happens from here about what this means, but did you see more signs, for want of a better expression, more signs of life? You talk. There's been a lot of talk about how you're playing and better use of the ball inside 50. But do you come away from that getting a sense of there was a bit of a progression here tonight?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. But we got to keep making it happen. We coughed up some goals tonight by being more proactive with our positioning and trying to attack the ball first, and I'm willing to cop that. It's way better doing it that way than being reactive and getting led to the ball. So I thought we held firm, and as the game went on, you saw some of our backs just attacking the footy first rather than getting led to the footy. Like Luke Ryan, it was like he's a full forward coming out and marking the ball on the lead. So that's more. Brendan Cox got back to some of his better footy by being a little bit more proactive and assertive in the contest, and Pearcey probably had one of his better games for the year as well. So it was plenty to build on, but we've got to keep doing the hard work, and we're going to go again.
Dermot Brereton said on the broadcast it looked like there was an argument between Michael Walters and Brandon Cox in the second quarter. Was something going wrong in the second quarter with how the forwards were set up, and what changed in the second half?
I'm not sure about that. I'll have to follow that up. It was a bit of. I actually don't mind it if it happened. I'm pretty sure it might have been Sonny to Coxie rather than the other way around. But I just thought like our forwards won some contests. Young Jai Miss, got some good body work in and took some marks. And we got a bit more free-flowing ball movement, which allowed some of our high half forwards just to work. And we got some guys that can really run down there, baby, playing in straight lines and kicking into a contest. You're not creating a lot of opportunities to for them to use their run. So I just thought we changed angles a little bit more. I think we went, rebound 50 to inside 50, 50%, which is a big number in the second half. So a bit of change angles, bit of overlap run, allowed us to play to our strengths a little bit more, and thought, we looked low, going inside 50 a little bit more. And it's probably the thing I felt like in the first half was that we didn't have someone coming at the foot as much as we would like on the lead. And mentioned Will Brodie coming out of centre bounce, he was able to lower his eyes and find a target on the lead. I thought we started leading at the foot a little bit more, and I think we took 16 marks inside 50, so it's a good result for us.
Caleb Zerong's having some season, isn't he? 37 today, and he was probably your best player last week as well, and then in the derby the week before. Yeah,
he's he's a really consistent player, built off really consistent behaviours and attitudes during the week. His team, he's growing as a leader. And the first thing you do as a leader is perform, and he's been performing week in, week out. I just think he's one of our best ground ball players. His repeat efforts and ability to put his head in the hole and own the line of the ball is really strong. So, he was super.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Tanya.
Thanks.